So, Mark Hill from Green Leaves. Um, Today I'm broadcasting about the controversy in the House of Commons. We've got Parliament discussing and deciding important trade issues for the first time in generations. Discussions that used to take place inside the Commission. But now trade is suddenly a matter of public debate, it's open to public discussion, and it will be set, for better or worse, by elected representatives of the UK. People are concerned about the parliamentary controversy, the deadlock, but at least now we are talking about trade. One of the campaigns that we in Green Leaves ran in the run up to the 2016 referendum was against the TTIP treaty, transatlantic partnership, as it was called, which would have created supranational courts to override government decisions and potentially cause privatisation. Now, those TTIP and other treaties like them were fiercely opposed by British Liberals, British lefts, and Greens, and yet they were still essentially being proposed by the European Union. Now, those and their equivalent treaties, as a result of the referendum, are now only ever going to pass into law, into effect here in the UK, if they have been approved by a British Parliament, and they themselves won't be written into a membership treaty that we can't get out of. If whatever treaties are signed in the future under our own sovereignty don't work out for us, then there are legitimate international methods that you can use to get out of such a treaty. So unlike many who are opposed to the European Union, I'm actually quite pleased about the deadlock. I'm quite pleased about the vigour of the debate. We have taken back control, but with that power comes responsibility. And unfortunately, Parliament isn't yet used to the idea of discussing trade responsibly, and it has gone all helter-skelter and hither and thither. And it shows that they're not used to exercising responsibility very well. They're very used to being partisan, as we hear. They're not used to discussing things objectively. The other key problem is that in the Commons at the moment, there's probably a majority of the MPs that are more or less openly Remainers, and they haven't actually grieved. They haven't recognised that they have lost the referendum. They haven't gone through that process of deciding that the majority's view has to be accepted even if they don't agree with it. And instead they try to bully Leavers like myself into thinking that they have made an error. And they're trying to essentially overturn overturn the democratic result by undemocratic means within the Commons. However, the debate itself is good, and this is where in future we have to go. We have to have these treaties. They are very important. They have to be decided democratically. And if it means more pain like this while Parliament decides how to behave responsibly, and ideally goes through some sort of change of membership which allows these things to be discussed with more long-term, more environmentally conscious, more green views, then so be it. This is a struggle worth having.